Back in Prince Henry's palace, Sonia was trying to adjust to her new life. She was now pregnant with Prince Henry's child. Despite the strange circumstances, she tried to stay strong for the sake of her baby. Prince Henry continued to show her kindness and affection. He brought her gifts, talked to her, and tried to make her feel at home. But Sonia couldn't forget how she had ended up there. She missed her mother terribly and often thought about her. One day, as Sonia was walking in the garden, Prince Henry joined her. "How are you feeling today?" he asked gently. Sonia sighed, "I am okay, but I miss my mother. I hope she is all right." Prince Henry looked at her with concern. "I understand. I will send someone to find out how she is doing." Sonia felt a glimmer of hope. "Thank you, Henry. That means a lot to me." Prince Henry nodded and left to make arrangements. Back at the Bensons' house, the aunties continued to fight amongst themselves. They were greedy and never satisfied with what they had. They forgot all about Mrs. Benson in the hospital and never thought about her. Dr. Fred continued to care for Mrs. Benson, but he couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. "I need to find Sonia," he thought. "She wouldn't just abandon her mother like this." He decided to visit Mary's house again, hoping to find some clues about Sonia's whereabouts. When he arrived, he found the sisters arguing loudly in the living room. "I deserve more than you," Auntie Kate shouted. "I was the closest to them." "No, I deserve more," Auntie Mary yelled. "I did more for him than any of you." Dr. Fred cleared his throat and asked, "Excuse me, but has anyone heard from Sonia?" The sisters stopped arguing and turned to look at him. "Why do you keep asking about her?" Auntie Mary snapped. "She probably ran away because she couldn't handle the responsibility." Dr. Fred frowned. "That doesn't sound like Sonia. She loved her father. In fact, she loved her parents so much. I will find her no matter what." He left the house, more determined than ever to find Sonia and reunite her with her mother. As the days passed, Prince's joy knew no bounds. He showered Sonia with love and care, promising her the world. He bought her lots of gifts, took her on romantic walks, and whispered sweet words in her ear. Sonia's heart swelled with happiness, but she couldn't shake off the feeling that this was all temporary. That once she gave birth, Henry would take the child away from her. As the months went by, Sonia's belly grew rounder and Henry's affection only grew stronger. He would surprise her with her favorite dishes, massage her feet, and read her favorite books aloud. But amidst all the pampering, Sonia couldn't help but feel like she was living a lie. She was also deeply concerned about her mother. "I don't know if those wicked people have killed her or if she's out of danger," she thought to herself. One day while Henry was out, Sonia broke down in tears. She realized that she had fallen deeply in love with Henry, but she knew he would never love her for who she truly was. She felt like she was just a means to an end, a way for him to secure his royal lineage. The day finally arrived when Sonia gave birth to 2 adorable sons. Henry was overjoyed and celebrated by giving her a luxurious car. But Sonia refused, her heart heavy with the knowledge that she would soon be separated from her children. After 3 months of staying with her kids, Sonia decided it was time to leave. "I have to go check on my mother and fight for my rights," she said, her voice firm but her eyes filled with tears. "I need to get revenge for what my aunties did to me." I can't stay here and be a mere nanny for my children. You will never tell them I gave birth to them. I need to secure my rightful place in my father's house. Henry begged her to stay, holding their children close. Please, Sonia, don't go, he begged, his voice cracking with emotion. I know I hurt you. I know my approach was wrong, but I swear on our children's lives, I truly love you. I'm sorry for forcing you to have children for me, but I can't imagine living without you now. As they stood in the doorway, the babies started crying loudly, their tiny voices piercing through the air. Sonia's heart melted, and she couldn't help but pick up one of the babies from Henry's hand, cradling him in her arms. I love you so much, my child, she whispered, her voice trembling. It hurts me that I have to leave you guys, and I might not see you again. But I have to do this for myself, for my future. She returned the baby to Henry, who placed them onto a nearby chair, his eyes fixed on Sonia. He fell to his knees again, his hand grasping her legs, begging her not to leave him alone. Please, Sonia, stay with me. I can't imagine a life without you. Sonia's heart raced as she looked at Henry, her resolve weakening. She saw the sincerity in his eyes, the desperation in his voice, and she knew that she couldn't leave him, not yet at least. Okay, Henry, she said finally. I will stay, but only for my kids alone. I can't marry you, Sonia said, her voice firm. Henry replied, I know you are angry, but I will give you time to get over everything. Sonia returned inside, carrying one of the babies. Prince's face lit up with joy. When she went inside, she didn't know if she should be happy or grateful. She didn't make Henry realize she loved him while in her room. Henry came to her holding her hands in his. My dear, trust me, going to fight your aunties like this will make you vulnerable. They will take advantage of you again and might even hurt you. Let's strategize before going. Please accept my marriage proposal. Let's get married. Your fight is now my fight. I promise you that you will get everything you lost. I promise I will deal with your aunties. I will protect you with my last drop of blood. I still don't trust you, Henry, Sonia said, her voice filled with skepticism. I feel you want to keep me here because you want me to make more babies for you. Prince's expression turned, his eyes filled with a mix of regret and longing. I understand you are scared because I started on the wrong path in this relationship, he replied, his voice gentle. But I have never treated you inhumanely since you arrived here. Even when you didn't get pregnant on time, I didn't put pressure on you. I have taken care of you, provided for you, and loved you to the best of my ability. Even when I didn't say it, I was wrong to manipulate you into getting pregnant. But I promise to make it right. Trust me and give me a chance. Do it for me and for our children. They need their mother and father to be happy and together. Sonia's expression remained guarded, but a small part of her felt a spark of hope. Maybe, just maybe, Henry was genuinely changing. But she still needed time to think, to process her feelings and doubts. Give me some time to think, she repeated, her voice firm but slightly shaky.
Subscribe to my channel.